All right. Shalom. First and foremost, to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Akwakadash, down to the elder apostle GMS. Peace, citation, blessed to all the Akim, laments true, Shalom, hopeful elect. Just, a little lesson to the spirit, see where it take me, a little willing to be edifying. I taught this lesson various topics because I don't really have a topic, just going to get some precepts. And I say, see where the spirit lead me. All right. Let me get this real quick.
Hey, take that ball outside.
All right, so this is 1 John chapter 2, verse I'll start verse 15. Love not the world, neither things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right. Let me get this too real quick. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. Chapter 1, verse 14. All right. I'll start at verse 13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath the Most High given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. All right, it's a gift from Yahweh outside to be able to, have this wisdom, all right, to be able to, search out, through the spirit and power of Yahweh outside things, that are for us to know. All right, like the wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures. All right. Verse 14 says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. All right. Verse 15, that which is crooked cannot be made straight. All right. And we know that, the earth lieth in wickedness. All right. Gross darkness on the people. All right. And the ways of the world is crooked. Okay. The ways of this earth, all right, is wicked. That's why, Yahweh Shai bring judgment forth, all right, and then, that ultimate judgment with, destruction of Babylon the Great, all right, and other places on the earth. But we know, Babylon, America is going to be. America is Babylon the Great, and it's set for, that judgment that's to take place. It says that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. All right. And that's the world, and you're going to where wanting, I think it's lacking. All right. And the world, is lacking the ways of how about Shem Yahshua. They're lacking this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. They more in, they love the world. All right. They don't love, the Father. Like it said again, 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right. And I was listening to a brother's live stream earlier. I think it's a brother from Mississippi, the brother Ayashima. But he was going into, hey, the people of the world, their jobs, whatever it may be, whatever they give all their time to, all right, that basically they're making that into their God, their idols or whatever, worship, whether it be their woman, you know, or whatever it is. At the end of the day, you know, they spending every waking hour that the Lord blessed them to have breath. All right. You know, that physical breath. I ain't talking about the spiritual breath, because a lot of people just dead bones. You know, they ain't got that. They ain't got it. But you know, they spend, you know, all their days on this earth that the Lord bless them with, you know, just to do folly. You know, just to, you know, please their own flesh. All right, and they ain't, you know, like brother was going into. You know, hey man, you in these so-called Christians, you try to read a couple verses, you know, a couple precepts, you know, break out the Bible on them. Hey, they ready to go. You know, they like their worldly setup. You know, they go to the church on Sunday, eat some pork chops, and the preacher man say, "Hey, everybody gonna be saved. Just accept the Lord." You know, and of course they call him Jesus. You know what I mean? But they have no wisdom or knowledge on, you know, what the Lord really, you know, requires. All right, and what the Lord really, what is to come. All right, the prophecies to come. They have no wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the prophecies to come. All right, and we know, you know, it's going to be you know, like plagues, famine, you know, pestilence. All right, I'm saying in the last days, peerless times to come. All right, evil times. That means bad times. Okay, and you got all these people who are just so attached to whatever it may be, whatever carnal, you know, thing it is, whether it be their job, their, you know, their family, Salakia, you know, some people, you know, social media, you know, whatever it is. At the end of the day, you know, when things really start heating up, these people, food, all right, whatever it is, unless you got, you know, strength and, you know, spirit, Yahabashim Yashai, to be able to, you know, endure, then people gonna about to bug out. They're gonna bug out. All right, and it's like say, you know, it's like brothers going into, you know, what's say Isaiah. So like I can't think of which where's Jeremiah? Let's see. Man, people will start balling. Salakia. I can't think of where it's at. Jeremiah 11, maybe. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 11. Jeremiah chapter 11. Verse 11. Therefore saith Yahweh, behold, I will bring evil upon them which they shall not be able to escape. And though they cry unto me, I will not hear them. All right. And there was a precept. I can't remember where it's at, where he's saying, you know, go crying to, you know, go crying to your gods, all right, which you serve. Okay. Basically, you know, in that time come, all right, and these people whom not, you know, seeking Yahweh Shem Yashai, hey, you know, when everything go bad, they gonna be crying, crying to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. But like it say, therefore saith Yahweh, behold, I will bring an evil upon them which they shall not be able to escape. And though they cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. All right, brother, hey, the water, Shalom Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahshai, Brakathum, to all the Arkim, Prince Yahweh. Let's see, brother God. I think that might be it. I couldn't remember what the brother. Judges 10:14. Yeah, I said I ate the water off. Brother Prince Yahweh, he had it. All right, this is Judges chapter 10, verse 14. Says, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Whoo! Hey, man. And that's how it's gonna be for all those whom love the things of the world. All right, they are of the world, okay? All right, so back to 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. It says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Okay, so basically, everything that everything this world is about, man. The pride of life, the lust of flesh, the lust of the eyes, man, it's all of the world. All right, but what say verse 17 says, and the world passeth away. All right, this is Esau's world. So this current age has a due date. It's going to pass away along with the ways of this world. All right, that's what, if you're right in the spirit, and if you're right in the spirit, then you want this world to pass away. You want the kingdom to come. All right. So brother Prince Yahweh 6 says, Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5, thus saith Yahweh power and evil, and only evil behold is come. Man. All right, hey, these people ain't ready. All right, only us sincere Arkin brothers, sisters, whom hearken to this word. All right, we have faith. Yahweh Shem Yahshai gonna give us the strength. If it be Lord will, give us the strength. All right, to endure until the end. All right, that's our hedge. If you ain't seeking after how and how shy, all right, the truth of this doctrine, then man, you just ride out, you out like a deer in headlights. All right, so and at the end of the day, we understand, the Lord Yahweh Shashai, it ain't gonna everybody's eyes ain't gonna be open, they ain't gonna be able to perceive, that they ain't gonna hear, they ain't gonna understand. If they do hear, most of the people ain't gonna get this. It's only for those whom are called into it, really. All right, and Lord willing, all of us brothers, are part of that hopeful number. I mean, we gotta have faith, and the Lord bless us with faith. We gotta have faith that we are, but we still remain humble, saying Lord will, because we don't know. All right, so finish this 1 John chapter 2, verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. All right, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. All right, verse 18 says, little children, it is the last time, and as ye heard that Antichrist shall come, and that word Antichrist really going to anti-Messiah. All right, which this current world is full of them. Like anybody who is against the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahshai is is anti-Messiah. All right, so you got just a lot. Like fucking like Joe Biden, just for example, dude, first day in office signing, the law for the alphabet people. All right, that's straight up abomination going against Yahweh Shem Yahshai. All right, people like that. I mean, man, just straight up devils. All right, and then you got all these devils pushing all this wickedness, and then 2/3, those whom are lost in the world, they just accept it. They accept the world, so they're openly accepting, Satanism, openly accepting, anti-Messiah. All right, anti-Messiahs, It's like it says in I'm gonna get 1 John chapter 2 verse 18. Little children is the last time. All right, and again, this is back in time, 2,000 years ago. All right, and as ye heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many antichrists, whereby we know that is the last time. All right, so there are many then. How many more now? All right. Yeah, brother Prince Yahweh, Matthew chapter 10 verse 34. Yahweh said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword. All right. And that's what Yahweh come with, that sword. All right. And judgment, these plagues, the pestilence, everything about to start ramping up in the earth. People about to they about to understand. All right. They gonna know what time it is, but at that time, man, might be too late for long. We ain't really supposed to really worry about what said don't not to worry about how the ungodly shall be punished and win, but how the righteous shall be saved. Whom the world is created for. Roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, you just got a lot of madness going on out here. I seen brothers, doing the lessons on these other camps, and they leaning on their own understanding at the end of the day. All right, just because they can't see it, then they try to limit, like the brothers going to, they try to limit, how about Shem Yahshai? Hey man, what's that? Hebrews 10:31 is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Hey, these man, whoo. They want that smoke. They gonna get that smoke. They want that smoke with Yahweh Shem Yahshai, man. That's scary. All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 31. I'll start at Salaki. I'll start at verse 30. And they that weep as they wept not, and they that rejoice as they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. All right. And that's kind of mindset, to be in. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Okay. So again, we ain't to be to become attached to these carnal things, whatever it may be, person, family, woman, kids, house, car, job. All right. Because I always go into Job, that you gotta be in that mindset of Job, the Lord brought me into this, brought me here with nothing, out my mama's womb with nothing, and I don't leave that way, Brother Prince Yahweh, Ecclesiasticus Sarat, chapter 19, verse 19, it says, the knowledge of the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahshai is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. Man, that's fire. I have to remember that one. Wow. I like that one. Yeah, Proverbs 3 verse 7. Be not wise in their own eyes, fear the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and depart from evil. Yeah. And that's, man, and that going into, what Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, trust in Yahweh and lean on their own understanding. All right. And, these guys, they learn from, the elder apostles, and that's how all these groups come about. They get their doctrine, and then they start changing it up, whatever reason. All right. Hey man, they lean on their own understanding, or they're taking the bag. Something, you know what I mean? Something ain't right. All right. And just as a newer brother, like if there's things I don't know, then I'll bet, well, since I come to the truth, watching the elders and the brothers, up under GMS, everything makes sense. All right. Before I was in the truth, hey, things didn't make sense. So I didn't really have, good understanding. All right. But it's like I say in Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15, let's say, I'll give you pastures according to my heart, that will feed you with knowledge. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15, and I will give you pastures according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right, so, through the Spirit power of Yahweh, we've been set up, all right, with pastures. All right, starting with the elder apostles on down, and like-minded brothers, all right, and them men, like the elder apostles, like Tahar, elder apostle Tahar, man, how many years, been putting in work, all right, all through the Spirit power of Yahweh. And, and then you got all the other elders and bishops and other men coming in under that fold, all right, in order. You know what I mean? And these guys, these other camps, they just all over the place. They ain't got no order. They might have order within their little camp, but here they learn from, the elders, which, and then they kind of just go on, change things up here and there. Well, I ain't, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, everything's, set up by Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Let's say they can't do nothing against the doctrine but for it. So, and, like brother said, a lot of edification comes out of, just like that one young brother that got on there, got on the call-in thing. And, I checked out the brother's channel. He's a young brother. He's just now coming to the truth. But a lot of edification come from that, and then you can really see, just like that before they say the book of Hebrews, and then what they say the Bible is not the word of God, but it contains the word. They say some bugged out shit. All right, and then just from that right there, a lot of edification come from it. You know what I mean? A lot of so, hey man, but you can tell that some of these guys, these other camps are kind of worldly. All right, and we don't really know their intentions at the end of the day. All right, so, but hey, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, he know. Yahweh know. All right. But again, so Jeremiah 3 verse 15, and I will give you pastures according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right. So, the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we've been set up with pastures to feed us. All right. This wisdom, this wisdom, knowledge, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. It's all through the Spirit, See, brother. It's like I turn it down. I'm getting hot in here. All right, so brother Prince Yahweh, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 16. A wise man feareth and depart from evil, but a fool rageth and is confident. Hey, man. Whew. Yeah. That said, what does it say? A humble and contrite spirit. This is Isaiah. It's Isaiah chapter 57. I'll start verse 13. When thou criest, let thy companies deliver thee. But but the wind shall carry them all away. Vanity shall take them. But he that putteth his trust in me shall possess the land and shall inherit my holy mountain, and shall say, cast ye up, prepare the way, take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place with him that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. All right, verse 16. For I will not contend forever, neither will I be always wroth, for spirit should fail before me, the souls which I have made. It says, for the iniquity of his covetousness was I wroth, and smote him, I hid him, and was wroth, and he went on frowardly in the way of his heart. Dang. And that's what a lot of these other camps, these leaders, and on down the umbrella, they falling out to, their leaders or whatever, they kind of lean on their own understanding. But again, it's, like brother brought that precept, Proverbs 14:16. Wise men feareth and depart from evil, but a fool rages and is confident. A lot of these guys are confident. You gotta understand. It's at the end of the day, it's all it's all through the spirit. All right, but those who put in work, I like the elder apostles. All right, the elders that have many years on their belt, even brothers has been in this thing for 5+ years. All these brothers are diligent, putting in work every day. All right. And carrying himself in an orderly fashion. All right. And these guys just, they got a lot of folly, a lot of scoffers, a lot of bug outs, man. I don't know. Salak, I kind of got off over here on this subject, but let me get back on the precepts here. Brother Prince Yahweh 6, Zechariah chapter 7, verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. That's right. Shalom, brother, in his likeness, Yahshua. Yeah, brother had it. It's same brother Prince Yahweh. Psalms 97 verse 10. Ye that love Yahweh hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. That's right. And this world, We know that this world lieth in wickedness. The whole world lieth in wickedness. All right. Let me get that. All right, First John chapter 5, verse 19 says, and we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 15. I'll start at verse 5. Behold, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. All right? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. That was the one I was wanting. All right, and like I say, verse 7, it said, therefore say Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Hey, the Lord about like say about he ain't gonna hold that he ain't gonna hold his tongue no more, which you know is symbolically speaking into he's about to bring these plagues, this destruction, this judgment forth. Hey, at a very high rate. All right, it's about to overwhelm the earth. All right, and we know it's gonna start at the house, the house of Jacob, the house of Israel first. All right, and then it's going to, let's say, if I begin first at my sanctuary, what should the end of the others be? What? Where? With who? Yeah, I told Trevor to stay here. Lucky. Man. Slovakia. Brother Prince Yahal, Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but companion fools shall be destroyed. All right, and man, a lot of foolishness going on out in the world today. All right, you see, Isaiah, so like Jeremiah. I'll get this Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus said Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. All right, but they said we will not walk therein. Man, again, that's the mindset of the 2/3. All right, they ain't gonna walk therein. They ain't gonna they are resting in this captivity.
All right.
They don't. They want to stay here in Babylon the Great. All right. Let's say Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right. So this is the mindset the hopeful elect gonna be coming in. It was spiritually departing from this world. This all right. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it's polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Oh yeah, I was gonna get that. 6. All right, so Romans chapter 8, verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. All right. And again, you people just walking, doing, the things of the world, caught up in the madness of the world, worrying about, their jobs, constantly, all right, or, just whatever it is, man. If it's taken away, from seeking Yahweh Shem Yahshai, then it's vanity at the end of the day. All right, people have to get out of that carnal mindset. All right, we know we in the flesh and it's a constant war, but now's the time to hey, forget about America, forget about the ways of the world, because the time will come in a really short future where, hey, that devil he gonna come with that great wrath, and man, you ain't gonna be able to have a job, you ain't gonna be able to eventually you ain't gonna be able to buy and sell unless you have that charabma, you know what I mean? So when you have to depend solely on your Habashim Yashai. All right, so that mindset of being to build up that faith, build up your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. How understanding of what is to come, what's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yashai. All right, what is to come, the prophecies. And man, just stay prayed up, man. I get this Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yashai, and put not off from day to day. All right, so through the spirit power, Yahweh Shem Yashai, and we've been calling to His truth, and brothers, sisters, whomever, we listen to the body. All right, starting with the elder apostles on down, and hey man, just that's seeking Yahweh Shem Yashai. All right, rather than just doing nonsense. It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahshai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. All right, so man, if you ain't right with Yahweh Shem Yahshai, in these times to come, when the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahshai come forth, it's gonna be game over. Damn it. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. This is for verse 10. We are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Man. All right. And that's what you get with a lot of these other camps. They and man, they just got that pride. They got that pride demon on them, man. Just honorable. and then you got the elder apostles and GMS brothers and all these other people that they all, like Brother Say calling brothers bums and shit. Hey, man. And we being despised. All right. I'm just, speaking, I know I'm a new brother. I ain't, in no GMS camp. I just, I camp by myself. All right. But, before I ain't come into this truth, like I said, I always had that zeal for the Most High. It's not according to knowledge. But, man, that how a lot of, I guarantee a lot of brothers, before it comes to the truth, we went through a lot of, our whole lives was like this. So it ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new, all right, to be frowned upon, all right, to be, to look like we're weak, all right, to be despised, be hated by the world. You know what I mean? I always felt blessed because I say, the world hate, how should I say, the world hated me, all right? It's gonna hate you, He said, if you were the world will love you as its own. All right, but we ain't of the world. Roughly paraphrasing that. But that's pretty much the mindset, man. All right, and then when you come to this truth, all right, and then it made more sense, like, and give you a little more what you want to say, kind of like a little faith booster. All right, you already, you're going through all the curses, going through everything, before you even ever come into the truth. You know what I mean? And it's all right, so I get drop on down. Salaka. All right, verse 11, 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 11. I'll read on down a few. Even unto this present hour we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer it, being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscoring of all things unto this day. Whoo! It says, I write not these things to shame you, but as my beloved sons, I warn you. You know what I mean? Man, we had this warning. We had this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We're taking heed, unto the scriptures, unto the doctrine. All right. Once they measured that at times diligently. Hey, to the spirit and power of Shai. All right, we are measuring the times diligently. All right, we seeing the signs, we seeing what time it is. While everybody else just want to, play around. All right, and like I say, these guys saying they want that smoke, man. Whoo, man. Let me get this real quick. It's Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. I'll start at verse 34. See how Shai, speaking. All right, I'm gonna start at 34. It says, "O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh." I just like brothers going into, these guys, trying to mock, because the brothers say, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You know what I mean? Hey, and like brothers going to, hey, do act like he got mad about it. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's kind of like how the IUIC got too. It's like their way. It's their way. You know what I mean? Everybody else is wrong, but you see, they all going their own way. All right. That's why, man, you misleading the sheep. You got big followers like that. There's a lot of blood to be required at thy hand. Salaki, where was I? Matthew chapter 12, verse 34. "O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh." All right, just like a brother went into. When a dude said that, when that deacon dude said something about going to the other planets and the teaching the Hebrew Israelism, I was like, hey, the first thought that come to mind was fucking Vocab Malone. He sounds like Vocab Malone, and man, a lot of these guys, and they kind of had that same dialogue, that worldly dialogue, in a lot of different ways, man. Y'all watch out for them wolves, man. But hey, it's all through the spirit. At the end of the day, the Lord gonna lead you in the direction, the path, that be the will, that be Yahweh Shem Yahshua will. All right. And like a lot of these other camps, when things start getting really start coming to pass, I like does say it, does say Yahweh Shem Yahshua, does say the Bible, does say the prophets, does say the brothers of GMS, all right. All the brothers, prophesying the downfall, all the times, everything is about to come. Hey, when things start heating up out here, hey, you're gonna see the other camps that ain't really about it, ain't really got the spirit on them. They gonna shut down shop. We know a day's gonna come where the famine of word gonna come in, but man. All right, so verse 35, Matthew 12:35. "A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth good things. An evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things." Verse 36, "But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give account therefore in the day of judgment. So for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned." Whoo. And this is, Yahushua talking to these scribes and Pharisees, all right, that knew the word, that knew the laws, all right. But again, they were wicked, man. They weren't right. They accept Yahushua back then, all right. And whomever coming that fold, in this time now, hey, man, let's see. I get some of these brothers precepts. I'll probably wrap it up. So I didn't really have a lesson here planned out. It's a brother in his likeness, Yasha'Allah. Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound alarm in my holy mountain. Let all inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day how cometh, for it is nigh at hand. All right. Day how Bashem Yashai. The same brother in his likeness, Yasha'Allah. Revelation chapter 3, verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of gold, Salaki. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, representing that purification, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. Whoo. That's good. Again, it's all through the spirit and power of Hashem Yashai. All right, let's say, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in Yahweh and lean on thy own understanding. Acknowledge him in all thy ways, and he shall direct thy path. Roughly paraphrasing. That's what we know, that this knowledge I can puff up at times, but then the Lord, hey man, he pull that spirit off you, and then you just be all discombobulated, feeling messed up, trying or whatever, hey, how was shy? Hey man. Or you can put them demons on you where you get that puffed up, like this, like a lot of these other guys, they just get all puffed up, that pride demon. But like brother say, hey, we're gonna see, we're gonna know, all right, when the time comes, all right, whom Yahweh Shai is, gonna be dealing with, who he's dealing with, all right, which. Brothers, all the sincere Akim, hey, we through the spirit, we already know what time it is. That's why we're here. You know what I mean? But everybody gonna know. I say, then shall my chosen be known. Let me see. I think that's it. Then shall they be known, whom are my chosen. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 73. It says, then should they be known who are my chosen, they should be tried as the gold in the fire. Yo. Let's see, what was hey, the brother got that. Priest, I was trying to find it too. I couldn't find it. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. If it first begin at us, what should the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? What should the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? That's right. Hey man, that's what time it is too, Verse 18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should ungodly and the sinner appear? Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 17, the words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's like brothers say, we all just doing whatever, all we trying to fulfill our lot, the best we can. All right, brothers go through it. We ain't, like me, I ain't been this true, but a little going on a little over a year. All right, but the time's short. You know what I mean? The time's short, so it'd be on my heart, my mind, my spirit to do do what I can. You know what I mean? So what I say? Yeah, we're just here to really edify all one another, all the brothers whom doing this work, uplift each other. Was to edify, exhort, show that brotherly love. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Shai gonna do the rest. Is the hopeful let they hear this, they hear the word, they're gonna if it be Yahweh Shai will, hey, they gonna come on in. All right, they gonna come, like I say, bid them to the marriage. It be Yahweh Shai will, hey, they gonna come in. All right, and then hey, we all just working our own salvation, with that fear and trembling. All right, we ain't out here to we ain't trying to cause a big scene and just have people gather around that just gonna be scoffing and just playing around, because we're not in that mindset. All right. That's what a lot of these people, they just like to scoff. They just like to think shit's funny. And in times back, that's what I say. What it say? You say what's that? I think it's Job. Ye should laugh. Is that Job 19? Let me see. I don't think it's Job 19. So ye should laugh at famine. How's it go? Yeah, Job 5:22 ate the water off. There's a brother in his likeness, Yashala. Yeah, Job chapter 5. Verse I'll start verse 20. Job chapter 5, verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Verse 21. And thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Point verse 22. At destruction of famine thou shalt laugh, neither should thou be afraid of beasts of the earth. You know what I mean? So, all right, those, like I say, those who are laughing now and will laugh now cry later, Man. But at the mindset. It's been knocking on my door. Let's see. Yeah, brother. Job 12:16. With him is strength and wisdom, and the seed and deceiver are his. I am with this one from the brother in his likeness, Yashala. Ecclesiastes, Salakia. Job 12:16. Salakia. I hit the wrong one. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 9:18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Man. All right, so with that, we wrap it up. Give all praises to Yahweh Shemina Shah, Bashima Kwakadash. Ate the water to the Ark. Brothers, posting the precepts to water. All right. Hey man, we gonna keep doing what we do, Lord will. All right, so that Kwam Yasha Allah, Bob Ball, DTA soon. So